Poker Face sees Knives Out and Glass Onion director Rian Johnson continue his love affair with the murder mystery format, this time in the form of a TV show that saw all episodes released on Sky recently. In episode 1, we meet Charlie Cale, who's played by Natasha Lyonne, who you probably know and no doubt love if you're like me from the likes of American Pie and Orange is the New Black. She's working in an Atlantic City casino. Charlie is kind of a likable hustler type who we discover has a superpower. She can tell with 100% accuracy whenever someone is telling a lie. So basically, she's the embodiment of, if you ever saw the old Carl Pilkington, An Idiot Abroad series, he was asked what his ideal superhero would be, and it's someone, it's called Bullshit Man, who just says bullshit every time someone tells a lie. That's Charlie. They made an entire TV series about it. Charlie's gift, though, is as much kind of a curse as it is a blessing, because from episode onwards, it forces her to confront hard truths that may be better off left lying, and we end the first episode with her needing to go on the run. And that's kind of the conceit for the series. It sets up kind of an adventure of the week format, in that we start the majority of episodes setting up a new mystery and giving you the backstory for what's going to follow. And then you have Charlie, who's conveniently introduced to the scenario after the first 15 minutes. And then it all kind of unravels from there, as she gets dragged into finding out the missing pieces of the puzzle. It's a very old school show, and you think of, if you're of a certain vintage like myself, you think of shows like Columbo or Murder She Wrote. It's a kind of a modern retelling of one of those type of shows. And the episodes all have a similar kind of look and vibe. It's a bit Tarantino-esque, kind of when he does Western style drama, but Johnson manages to keep it instantly recognizable but fresh by mixing up the settings. So we have kind of a new take on modern America each week. You have to really admire the pivot that Johnson has made since causing the entire planet to argue with themselves after the release of The Last Jedi. That for me remains a top 5 Star Wars movie all time, but for others remains a blight on the history of cinema. But Johnson has really now found an avenue that he's seriously talented at, that he can please a mass audience with, and that's been underserved for modern audiences, and offers known faces a chance to kind of flex a different acting side of themselves that they may not get to otherwise. He's also happy to let characters monologue deliciously or let their acting veer into melodrama, because he understands this genre, and he understands that with this genre, we don't mind if it's a bit melodramatic, or a bit telenovela style, when it's actually done entertainingly and charismatically, which, as again, if you've seen Knives Out or Glass Onion, you'll know all Johnson projects in this genre are. The cast for this, similarly to the above projects, is also brimming with talent that you know and love. Obviously, enticed by the combination of a top-tier Hollywood director and the fact that Leon is the only person who's needed to star in every episode, making it appealing and friendly for even the most demanding of schedules. So some of the names who show up are the likes of Adrian Brody, Ron Perlman, you have Joseph Gordon-Levitt, you have Cherry Jones, Nick Nolte, Benjamin Bratt, Stephanie Zhu, and Simon Helberg. That's Howard from Big Bang Theory. I didn't recognize him by name either, but as soon as you see him, it's like, oh, it's Howard. It's one of the most stellar cast lists I can think of for in a series of television. It's also long overdue for Leon to get a central role, and she's more than able to carry the show on her back. As in every role that's in, she's the right combination of likable, quirky, hilarious, and also just perpetually watchable. The Bullshit Man gimmick is one that may wear thin in the wrong hands, but Leon manages to not overplay her hand. And the fact that we know about it from almost the beginning makes it a source of almost constant dramatic tension, making it important where the characters know that she has that superpower, which some do, or some others that don't. So for the ones that do, you see them having to kind of manage that and speak very much in facts when they're around her, but they know that they're concealing a lie. Whereas the ones that don't will just walk themselves into an avenue. And the show plays with that. There's no one hard and fast rule. It's not formulaic. They just they keep it fresh and keep it based on the circumstances and what would really happen in the situation. So whether Charlie is kind of a merch girl for a failing rock band, working on a go-kart track, befriending an aging movie prop master, or my personal favorite episodes, one where she was working in a nursing home or living in an idyllic mountain setting, the second to last episode is spectacular, by the way. They managed to keep the formula fresh and distinct while also pushing the overarching plot forward of obviously Charlie being on the run and people pursuing her. My only mild criticism, and this isn't even the show's itself's doing, is that this is a traditional TV show and one that's probably best consumed in a traditional TV manner, in the week-to-week format that it aired in the US, rather than binged all at once, which Sky obviously encouraged by dumping it all in one go. There's a formula and certain beats that, like I said, if you're watching episodes back to back, does come across a bit samey. Again, it's not samey in that they managed to vary it up, but like I said, because it does have that first 15 minutes are the mystery, then she comes in, and then it all unravels in the end in that Columbo style. It's great to watch that. But if you're watching it like literally episode after episode, you start to be like, and this is the part where she comes in, and this is the part where blah, blah, blah. And again, it's entertaining, so there's not a huge issue. But again, it'd just be one where you need to watch it every week, or you need to spread it out between episodes. It is a really minor gripe, though. And like I said, it's not even a choice made by the show itself. So it's not something I'm criticizing Johnson or anyone involved for. All in all, Poker Face is really fun and really unique show that I recommend everyone goes out of their way to check out ASAP.